What is up, everyone? So it's a lottery event. There's no quality of life updates. No one got buffed. No animation updates. They added some random Japanese character no one's ever heard of. I think it's like Donzo's mom or something. And it's I cannot put enough air quotes around this. It's a Nerofest style event. Except the challenge quests, you get 5 forced story supports, and you get to bring 1 of your characters. And the first one is easier than any challenge quest I've ever seen in the game ever, and I think they're mostly going to be like that. They're level 80 instead of level 90 for some reason. It's like, why? FGO! Why do you do this to me? I don't understand. Why can't you just put out regular ass content? Why can't you be normal? But yeah, it's not great. At least it's a lottery, but I mean the content seems pretty shite. We'll show off the air quotes challenge quest in a second here. Let me get through the main story. This is the Bazette account because it needs skill gems really bad. Put that in the title. I should have thought of that to begin with. But yeah, Donzo, who's a robot, somehow has a robot ancestor. I don't know, man. They look like a VTuber. Their toolkits, whatever. They're an AoE assassin. I mean, who gives a shit? This is gonna be one of those waifu of the month characters that's just instantly forgotten about. Whatever. All right, well, obviously the stage is gonna drop bronze mats because all the friend supports can give bronze up. You know, we'll use Miyu. No one ever uses Miyu. I mean, as far as I'm aware, now I gotta really be clear here. I am not an authority on the current state of VTuber designs, okay? Chat, I'm too old for this shit. So, you know, take anything I say here with a grain of salt, but pretty much all I've ever seen out of VTuber designs is that they're really like extra, right? It's like, and what I mean by that, it's like they're always trying to do something to bring like attention to the design, and it's almost childlike. I gotta be honest, right? It's like it's not actually well thought out. It's like, well, what if they had 3 hair colors? What if I had an extra belt? What if I had this accessory and this accessory and this accessory, right? It's just, they're extremely extra, right? And it's just really obvious, right? It's really obvious, and like that's kind of it's very, very common. And for as far as I've been able to see, it's always been like that, really. Because it kind of works, especially on a younger audience. It's a good way to stand out, punk phase, if you will. But anyway, regardless of that, I don't like the way the character's designed. This is whatever. And then toolkit wise, they're boring as fuck. It's just another AoE assassin. I mean, how many fucking AoE assassins are we gonna get here? Well, it's the Bazette account, so we'll use Bazette here. Means the Lancer's the one thing that'll fuck us up. Bring Roland for that. I really need to level Roland up. Maybe one of these days. This song is awfully calm for how ranty I am right now. Chat, I finally got some sleep. Took 3 days, but I finally slept more than like 5 hours, so that's a plus. Feel better. Yeah, honestly, I shouldn't have streamed yesterday. It was so hard to concentrate, and I was I'm pretty sure there's like science behind this. When you don't sleep enough, you're like really agitated, right? And because of that, I really should not stream when I'm sleepy. It's not a good look. Gotta, but I don't want to like not do my job, right? So it's kind of a hard spot. Anyway, Maxington, thank you for the 37 months. That's a long ass time. I don't know why I'm even bothering putting things in the back row. Like I'm thinking about it like they're gonna matter. They're really not. I mean, when has an event main story been hard? Like, I mean, they have been, but that was like 5 years ago. Like, CCC, right? That event had some hard main story. Anything after that? Always love how people take what I say and then just like twist it. Like, nothing I said about VTuber stuff, you know, it's bad in my eyes, but that's not what I said, right? And what I said is just accurate. It's like, you can like it, but it's still extra. And a good example in FGO, right, is Fate Extra, right? Well named, by the way. Most of the designs in that are very extra and have a lot of, you know, over detail, over accessorized, or overly colorful and that kind of thing. There's nothing like objective about like liking or disliking it, right? You can like whatever the fuck you want and you can dislike whatever the fuck you want. But like, for example, in Blaze Blue, a lot of characters have 3 belts. That's pretty fucking extra, right? You can be like, yeah, I like it. That's great. But it doesn't change the fact that that's extra as fuck. Just like having like 7 hair colors, or, you know, like, you're just being over-designed, right? And like, for example, you could call something very basic, right? Let's say you've got maybe a fantasy game, right? And you've got a character with like a plain cotton shirt, a rope belt, right? And just like straight brown pants, right? That is, you can like that design, and you could say it's authentic, or, you know, accurate to the time, or you like things that are simple. But if someone is like, that design's really basic, right? That's just accurate, right? And if they don't like basic things, that's also fine, right? Like, someone can look at it like the design I just described and be like, yeah, basic, right? And then we can be like, well, I don't think the design is bad. I like basic, you know, things. I think it's good, right? That's meaningless, right? It's like, wow, guys, people have opinions. I never knew that. Chat, can you believe there's people on planet Earth that don't have the same opinion as me? What a concept. Like, there's always that guy, though. It's like, but I like this thing. It's kind of like, for example, chat, you know, I've got my opinions. Chat, I'm gonna blow your mind. It's my stream. And, generally, you know, people are there for the streamer's opinion or personality, or, you know, that's kind of the thing, right? So, when I watch, like, another streamer, and this has happened very often because most people in the gacha anime space are pretty, let's say, degenerate. So I'll be watching someone stream and, you know, they're waifuing it up or whatever. I don't chime in with, you know, actually, I think some of the waifus are shallow, and I don't do that. Like, what the fuck? If he wants Ishtar, good for him. I don't feel the need to be like, oh, well, you know, actually Ishtar is a spoiled bitch, and you shouldn't like her, because I've never done that once in my entire life, right? And it's weird to me, though, that like the opposite of that is like considered very normal, I guess, in the anime sphere. And I guess it's just because the average person is, you know, on team waifu, I guess. I don't know why I'm in ping right now, but fuck it, it'll be fine. Also, these golems are interesting looking. I think what happens is you'll have people like in Twitch chat or on Reddit or whatever. Oh, I guess Reddit's different though, because Reddit is more about, I mean, really, it really is about majority opinion, but you know, it's theoretically about discussion, right? Now, it really is just about, I think, you know, group opinion. But anyway, that is a bit different than maybe a stream or someone's Twitter or whatever. But there's always somebody that will like hear an opinion they don't like, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to like someone's opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But they like feel that, like, if I say I think Maeve is a pile of flaming hot thought trash, right? There's some people that you know, they just feel like this like need to defend the fictional character's honor, right? Like I've literally watched streams where I remember someone was asked about like if like to like rate the Fate Stay Night characters, and they rated Ku pretty low. I didn't say anything. I didn't care. It's like, you know, okay, yeah, some people don't like the characters I like. Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, people have you know, opinions and point of view and stuff, and it's interesting to see like the perspective of somebody, right, that doesn't have the opinion you have. I have multiple friends that like Nero, for God's sakes, right? And like some of them are like really close friends, right? And they like really like Nero, and they have terrible taste as such. But you know, it's not like it doesn't matter, right? Like it's okay that they look at these things from a different perspective than I do. Like, calm down, Jesus Christ. Can't be a flaming pile of shit without being hot. I mean, you could, you know, set it on fire and then, you know, just dump water on it. I guess it's not flaming anymore then, but it was flaming, right? Wait, didn't I just do this stage? What? I don't know. I'm not paying attention to what the fuck I'm doing right now. Wait, did the golems get AUs? I wasn't paying attention. Shit, we need to see their NP. Like, I'm not even against updating mobs. If anything, I think they should update them more than they do. The issue I have is the fact that they are updating mobs, but they're not updating characters. Right? That's dumb. I think it is good. Like, for example, when you play Fuyuki, I've always said this. It's much better for the game if they, like, update Fuyuki to be, like, teach the player things better, to be harder to match the, like, power creep. And then, like, if the skeletons look awesome and they're, like, metal and doing cool attacks and stuff, that's great. That's fine, right? You know, the enemies are what you interface with a lot, right? So having them be interesting and fun and all that, that's great. It's good for the game, right? So I'm all about them updating old stuff, and as such, I wish they would do more, right? Make like the skeleton character model look better, right? Do stuff with that. But for the love of God, you need to update the fucking, you know, day one characters, because when you summon Leonidas from the FP summon on your first day of the game, you're like, oh, I like this guy. I love Spartans. It's not rare that people like Spartans, by the way. It's pretty common, right? And then they get in the game, and then he just has the most garbage attacks ever. Right, and then and then it's such a bad impression, right? Because I think FGO is very free to play friendly, but you can't argue that these optics are terrible. And I know this because I've seen lots of players have this point of view. They get into the game, they summon Leonidas or whoever, they get in there, Leonidas sucks balls, right? The terrible animations, he has barely any skills, right? He's low stats. Summons a friend, level 100 Morgan, who we can clearly see is a 5-star. Right, and she's all fancy and got really good animations and is one-shotting everything, right? This doesn't look good, right? You know what that makes them think? Pay to win, right? It looks super shitty, right? And I know that because a lot of people have had that, you know, knee-jerk reaction. It's not entirely accurate. It's half accurate maybe, but you know, you don't want to be putting like that bad foot forward. And that's another reason why you should do those animation updates, but also why you should really limit friend supports in the early game, right? Because they make the game a joke and it's not interesting and no one's gonna have fun getting carried like that, and you're forced to summon them, for God's sakes, and people aren't gonna naturally handicap themselves to make it more interesting. And if you look at other games that have like good gameplay flows and stuff, you're not able to summon some friend that just one-shots everything, right? That's not good for the game. And it can kind of hide those optics, right, until you're farther in the game and understand it better. At least Zerkerlot's animation update is good, but yeah, he does need buffs, especially now, because like for a good while there, Lancelot was a pretty good unit for the first few years of the game. And although he wasn't like the best ever, he could hold his own, and it was just useful how he could do AoE damage and do a big crit and stuff like that. Then obviously with Scatty, he had good synergy and all that. But as time has gone on, it's like they've they've buffed so many things like relative to him, and even like Darius, right? And although Darius is Buster, the reason Darius is so comparable to Lancelot, why that's such a fair comparison, is because Darius is a 3-star that everyone's gonna get, and he's an AoE berserker, right? And if you compare his average performance to Lancelot, sometimes Darius does better. Actually, I'd say fairly often Darius does better. That's not a good spot for a 4-star to be in, right? Clearly. And then when you get all these new AoE berserkers and stuff, yeah, he's definitely he's actually in one of the weaker spots in the game now, I would say. He's obviously way better than Geronimo, Phantom of the Opera, Ben K, Jekyll and Hyde, right? So much better than them. But if you discount all that obviously insane garbage, he is pretty outclassed by almost everything now. There's so little reason to ever use him anymore. And like as time goes on, it's just gotten worse. So hopefully they'll do something about that. They have been doing some buffs recently. They haven't been doing animation updates or any of that stuff, but this event though does kind of suck. It's kind of like low effort stall on their part, and they did that with Tesla Fest, but the thing is Tesla Fest was actually good. Also, I like how the game is just taking a year to connect all the time now. Where this event is just so much lazier and kind of just sucks. Like the challenge quests are just awful. Absolutely awful. And like the format of the whole event is just super dull, and they're not like doing anything special or interesting with it. I know year 1 interludes are so bad. The writing is so shit. They are the like perfect example of a nothing burger, right? They're just like hey, you're with this character and nothing is actually happening. No character development is happening. No interesting conversation is happening. No interesting conflict is happening. It's just like vague, brief, shallow garbage, like Maeve, by the way. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This, and you look. So these are our challenge quests now, and I'm sure maybe the last one will be higher, but they're level 80 instead of 90 like normal. And I'm not 100% sure, but people were saying, they said on the stream that all of these you're gonna have the 5 friend supports. Like, look at this. You have no control over it. My God, the game is taking so long to connect anything. But yeah, you get one character. It's incredible. So the smart thing to do is this, because these two are counterclassing, and they got the event CE. Is that Nightingale? It's only a character I can even think of that has like hair like that with that color and everything. But anyway, I am gonna do that instead because yikes. All right, we don't have the event CE. What shall we do here? I wish I could have MASH on the team because of the... Oh, wait, she has a battery. We'll use that. All right. To war. But this you basically can't lose this stage. The only way I can think of that you could lose this stage is if you use Chen Gong. And you just kept... The thing is, if you use a level Chen Gong, he would kill them. They're assassins, and the way the gimmick is, he would actually kill them. You'd have to find like some mid-level Chen Gong that is capable of not dying immediately, but then like NPing a lot. I don't know how you'd get him to NP a lot though. I guess you could use CS. But yeah, if you killed your own characters a bunch, you could probably find a way to lose this. But it's an air quotes, you know, high difficulty stage that's anything but high difficulty. Alrighty, I think you just like hit them and it drains their gut stacks. They have 50 gut stacks right now, but when you hit them, they lose them. And obviously, if you kill them, they'll lose a stack from that, like the old-fashioned way. Not much I can do this turn of value, other than the NP. Koro, yeah. I might not like her, but she is a useful archer for a lot of people. Didn't do as much damage as I would have hoped there. Yeah, they're already at 39 though. So, Tank Nobu is probably my favorite of the, or Nabu, but favorite of my mini Nobus, right? But UFO one's good too. Ouch. Probably should have done Donzo's thing there. Okay, that's a health drain. It's not gonna matter, but if I die to it though, I don't think I get to counterattack, which would be unfortunate. Not sure how much health it actually does. So for all the mini Nobus, I'm trying to think. I mean, Tank Nobu is my favorite. I do like the super big ones and like the mecha ones. They're pretty good too. But UFO's up there. I'm pretty sure if you proc their guts, it only takes one stack though, so it is not the main objective. Well, Bizette did okay, but could have been better. Do I want to save anybody? I mean, you have your own gut stacks right now, so I guess I don't need to. Although, why waste the health? I don't have to. If you use Illya and Miyu at the start, you're gonna win. Like, pretty much no matter what you summon. That animation, though. We gotta find more golems and see about that animation update people were talking about. Gotta see their NP animation and stuff. I'm guessing they added particle effects, because that's kind of what they've been doing to brighten them up a bit. Hey, John. So, they obviously haven't done a character animation update in like a year and a half or something. But you would think they would find time for Jalter. I just love how surprised their face looks, so I always find that funny. You don't really need her NP, but why not? Man, we might have to use Illya because they have no damage right now. Oh, that NP animation. Can we kill these without using Illya? Although, I guess the real one we want to avoid is Chloe. Are they just permanently stunned? Wow. I thought it was just like a one-turn stun. I think they're just permanently stunned. So if you just hit them enough time, counterclass or not, you're just gonna win. I did not realize it was like that. It looks like the HP drain you though, while they're like that. That's at least some kind of gimmick. Guess I should finish that off then. Yeah, challenge quest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still called high difficulty or whatever, but kind of a lie. I mean, they give you free guts in here too. Rip. Well. Oh, apparently she has a gimmick. What, does she like drain more with this or something? Yeah, I see the UFO there, so she probably drains extra stacks from them. So it can be even easier than what we're doing right now. I don't know for sure that's what that is, but I suspect that's what it is. Well, that's that. Yeah, the challenge is losing. I actually legitimately think it would be harder to lose this stage than to beat it. I think you'd have to get kind of creative if you wanted to lose.
Hello.
Definitely Chin Gong. For sure, that's definitely what you want to do. And then just try to do really inefficient damage so the HP drain gets you. Like, you can make some pretty dumb, like, normal card chains that will do very little damage. And yep, that's the boss fight for today. I'm sure at least one of these will be good, but I don't like using preset teams generally, so it's kind of defeating the purpose of the game. All right, we'll see how we do against these on the Bazette account. I wonder if it can beat the 90++. I'm sure it can if I summon some broken ass support to just carry the hell out of me. But if it like summons a support for like event currency or whatever, it wouldn't shock me if it can't. Like, this account is pretty weak right now, but we'll find out. Let's see. Did I slot? Okay, I slotted the lottery thing. Good enough. All right, what does this account got? Got a Rosh. Don't know if it has Spartacus. No Spartacus. That is unfortunate. Probably one of my next level ups if I plan on farming on this account. I mean, I'd like to farm a bit. I kind of like this account being scuffed though for the main story. That's something that makes it interesting, but you do want some variety, otherwise it's repetitive, so it wouldn't hurt to get Spartacus up. AoE wise though, we pretty much only have these two, so that is very limiting. We will do that. Who needs Bond? I mean, George could always use Bond. Our one event CE, let's go. Alright, Arash does not have his third skill leveled up very much. Let me see if I can level that any though. Because it's pretty important to have it up there. Doesn't even have to be 10, but yeah, 4 supports are pretty much always disliked. I do see people, actually, I have seen someone defend it. I'm not gonna name names, but I know someone. They're all like the immersion and stuff. But that argument always falls apart because then why wasn't Bedivere for support and so on and so forth? No one complained that you could choose not to use Bedivere in Camelot. It's generally the people that defend it. They're not really defending it because they actually like the idea. I can't get in their head. I don't know that for sure. But for the way the arguments they present and the way they approach it, what it looks like to me is it's people that are just copium defending the game, right? And the devs and stuff. Because there's people like that, where like they'll just always defend FGO and always they're like have like this emotional attachment to it and they think the devs need defending, right? Even though the devs are, you know, got all this money and shit. It's silly. But yeah, people like that will defend pretty much anything. But yeah, I can't get into someone's head to know for sure that's, you know, their motivation, but that definitely appears to be their motivation. All right, Arash's skill. Looking bit grim there with the blue gems. Kind of like console war mentality. There's something wrong with your console, the team you're on, right? You got to come up with some bullshit justification for it. Rip hero proofs, but Arash is a pretty good option for that. All right, hopefully 5 will be enough for most of the things we want to do. Really good way to shore up your farming is get their passive, because the first unlock doesn't cost any materials. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Arash coins, but that'd be a huge benefit. Same for Spartacus. Not that we've leveled Spartacus, but, you know, eventually. Oh, we got news for Dragon's Dogma 2. Awesome. What is it? I'm super excited for that, honestly. I kind of keep forgetting about it, but, like, legit, I loved Dogma 1. It's got a lot of problems, and it was a very flawed game, but there's so much potential there. Showing trailer right now. Okay, they'll probably post it on YouTube immediately after. If someone can link me that, we'll watch it. No release date? That kind of figures. I figure it's gonna be a while. It's still 12k attack. It'll do. He should not need to do anything. I need a level anniversary blonde, so let's bring that. We don't have a lot of buster, but PlayStation presentation. I don't think it's a PlayStation exclusive, but they do that anyway. I'm pretty sure they've already said it's not. They do that all the time, though. Xbox will, like, show off, you know, stuff, and it's not exclusive to them. The marketing thing. But who knows? Maybe Sony paid them and stuff, but I doubt it. Should have done Stargin up, but whatever. Yeah, I guess we'll see if there's any Bloodborne news. There was people saying there was going to be. I'm skeptical, but hey, if we get it, I'll be very happy. What is that? Metal Gear Solid? Metal Gear Solid 3 is getting a remake. That's like all the rage right now, is remakes. And what makes me sad is that remakes can be good. Some games really, you know, miss their opportunity or are diamond in the rough and all that kind of stuff. But that's not what they make remakes of. They make remakes of games that don't really need remakes at all, but they're just popular games. Which that's kind of dumb, right? It's just like a marketing thing. So his damage per target is actually really low right now. He is only level 70 and NP1, but I have to keep that in mind for some of these other stages. Yeah, we're gonna need Spartacus. Crane's got decent drip, so it's all right. Whoops, I just misclicked. God damn it, I wanted to give that to Bazette. Oh, well, hopefully we can kill one of these, so if one of them casts a skill, we're not screwed. Make FGO remake. They could use it, honestly. So I heard FGO Arcade announce they weren't adding any new characters, but they're not shutting down the servers yet. So that means they're wrapping up their development for it, and that could mean that, you know, down the road maybe they make a console version of it, etc, etc. Kind of weird though, because they didn't finish the story. Like, I don't know, maybe they'll do that like right now. Maybe they'll put out like one more thing that's like their equivalent of Solomon, because yeah, they didn't finish the goddamn story, unless I missed it. But yeah, generally that's a sign of being near the end. Sometimes though, they keep the arcade machines running, right, just because they're profitable to an extent, and they just keep them in arcades, and that's that. But you know, the game becomes very stagnant, and they don't really do anything with it. But that means they also might make a console version or a PC version or whatever. Because that's what Gundam vs. Gundam has done, is, you know, way after the fact they'll make a console version, and it's, you know, less predatory business model and all that. But who knows? Like, arcade's never been the most like sought after game gameplay wise. I'll put it that way. Mostly just Fate fans. And Draka64, thank you for the 17 months. Well over a year there. I really should just give Mordred the event CE, but whatever. Wait, I should go with Waver. Although actually we do have him, but still. All right, Arash, not so good here, but bring him anyway. Maybe the first wave is the Riders. 8,000 attack. That's not great. Yeah, let me know when the Dragon's Dogma 2 announcement's done, and then I'll see if it goes on YouTube. Because normally it does. A lot of times, like right after, they'll post it. Dragon Dogma 2 trailer. Okay, here we go. Let me check this out here. Give me a second. I gotta... I keep saying this, but I've got to find a better way of getting YouTube videos on screen. I don't have like a good preset for that. Okay. Chat or reaction streamer. But I legit want to see this. I wasn't really paying attention to the PlayStation thing today, and so I didn't think about it. But yeah, I wanna check this out. Okay, chat, you may not have the prettiest view, but this should work well enough. Okay, some of the screen is definitely cut off, but whatever. Alright, I hope we get gameplay. If there's no gameplay, then this is completely pointless, but... Okay, thank God we're still fantasy aesthetic and all that. It'd be the worst if they pulled a Fable.
You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames?
Oh God, I just saw a furry! We've devolved!
That's the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might
Cool enemies.
our true arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is
More
in
furries.
your
Oh
hands,
no.
Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true.
Filthy scum.
The graphics barely look improved at like surface level, but I don't really care. I'm not a graphics whore. Yeah, a lot of the same enemies and stuff, but I mean, that's not really a problem as long as they add new enemies as well. Which clearly they are. Oh, okay, that's a little creepy. Same dragon design.
But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
I'm assuming it's a different dragon. Okay, I guess that's it. Yep. Okay, not a whole lot there, and I mean it's very same-o, but what's gonna make Dragon's Dogma good or bad in my opinion is like just the balance, like the stats, the systems. Yeah, they've got a good core combat system and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there was a bit there that I was wanting to see if it was like co-op or something here. I think those could just be pawns, but there was like the high five. I want to see what that was. Where was it?
That begs the question.
Yeah, pretty mid-trailer to be honest, but I mean,
Then
Dragon's
where
Dogma
might
kind of speaks for
our
itself.
true arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Don't like the furries.
For only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the
Yeah, these are a lot of enemy types from the first game. Where the fuck was the high five? Climbing system still in. No surprise there. Oh, I guess they're gonna be destructible environments and stuff. That's probably just a pawn. I bet it's just a pawn, and you can like do gestures with your pawns and stuff. I'd be surprised if they did any real co-op. They should, but I'm not expecting it. But all right, and destructible environments. Pretty much about all I got out of that. You know, pretty much same game, slightly better graphics. But yeah, what really is going to make or break it is just like fixing up, because the problem with Dragon's Dogma 1 was it just had like a lot of like scaling problems. You got too strong too easily. The game became a joke. A lot of issues with that. And that's actually the main issue, I would say, really. The story was a bit gibberish and that kind of thing. There was a lot of like missing potential with what they could have done with like the pawn system. And just the combat in general, there was a lot more they could have done with it. So if they just do more, I'm good, right? Do more, do a better job with the enemy scaling and or just progression, right? The progression of the enemies and stuff, and I think we're good to go. We'll see though. That I'm a little skeptical because that looked so much like Dragon's Dogma 1. Like it's like, did they even change much here? Like that was the same like animations on the goblins, and that's literally the exact same dragon design. Like I'm fine with the main bad guy being a dragon again because it's called Dragon's Dogma, right? But it's literally the same design, right? Like same color. Like at least make them green or yellow or something. Like it's just, I don't know, man. That looks almost too much like the original. Like I don't think it's asking for too much for the new dragon to have a new design, right? Like that seems fairly reasonable to me, but yeah, we'll see. How long has this been in development? I'm pretty sure they started right after DMC5. That's been in development for a bit, but no release date, so it probably has a ways to go. I wonder if Arash can clear this wave. Let's find out. He's got a decent amount of buffs. He's level 60. I'm not sure he's fully foed. I'm high on copium for Bloodborne news. I would be very excited if that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, it had gameplay, and the thing is, there's just... I already liked the Dragon's Dogma, like, core gameplay. So, yeah, and that was clearly more of the same, right? It looks like it's gonna have roughly the same combat system. I'm sure they're gonna expand on it a bit. You probably have a few more moves, a little bit more action-y, right? It looked like you could do like a bigger jump there and that kind of stuff. And that's all great, but the core of it looks exactly the same, which that's not really a problem. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to get excited about there. Yeah, honestly, it's hard to say for me. Like, the game could really suck if it doesn't fix a lot of the problems Dragon's Dogma 1 had, and you're just not going to see that in a trailer, so. Yeah, I've never played Bloodborne, but I will the second it comes to PC, assuming that ever happens. I'm kind of worried they're just going to be like remaster on PS5 only, because I'm not going to buy a PS5 just for that. It's not going to happen. It's almost impossible to get me to buy a console now because there's so many good games on PC. I'll just play those instead. I made St. George in Dragon's Dogma, and you could do a pretty good job. You could have like the big, long, brown, flowing hair on a dude. Like they let you do that. And there were some that looked pretty good, and there was some armor that worked. And Ascalon is in the game, so although I didn't get it, I still have that character, but we didn't. We made it to the dragon, and we beat him like twice, but he never dropped it. And you have to do it a few times. Yeah, the DLC for Dragon's Dogma is incredible. And it fixed a lot of the... like, because the core game got kind of boring because it was just too easy because the enemy stats were too low. But the DLC was way better about that. No need to cast most of my stuff here. Fight in Rome. I like how you got 2 Romuluses on the field here. I wonder what their names are. I'm sure it's some memes. Why am I did that like he was AoE. I messed that up. I could have killed 2 of them there, and I'm only killing 1 because I wasted my art card. Whoops. Getting my movesets confused. That's called not concentrating. Let's see the NP gain here. So his skill ranks aren't leveled, but not bad regardless. Would have gotten his NP if they were leveled. 26 HP. Also, he would have gotten overkill if he was higher leveled, and then that would have been enough NP gain as well. So, we probably... I'll do what I can on the Bazet account here, but we're not going to stream this too much because this event, like all the other events recently, are just nothing. Like these... I was excited. I got to my computer and Lost sent me some like information about the stream. And I'm not gonna lie, chat, so I knew there was a stream happening last night, but I went to bed anyway. And then when going to bed and then waking up and getting breakfast and everything, I forgot. I was so unexcited because I was just so sure that FGO was just gonna announce garbage that I forgot. So when I woke up, I didn't check. Cause I had forgotten. I had gone to sleep and I just forgotten that FGO was doing a stream. And then anyway, so I get to my computer and I see Lost send me like the messages and I see him saying it's like Nero Fest. And then so I got kind of excited. I didn't like read the whole everything he said super carefully yet because I had just turned my computer on and I'm so. But like I started booting up FGO and then I went and as it was booting up, I went back and read what Lost said more carefully. And then he said, but the challenge quests have 5 forced story supports. And I'm just like, what? Because I was just like, oh man, I haven't done, it's been so long since I've been like, I can dig in, maybe make some videos. Maybe I won't even have time to stream because I'll be like making videos and editing and like, we have a bunch of challenge quests to do. And then I was just like, what? Like, I got excited for like 2 seconds. And then I was just like, oh, never mind. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Make a video of that Nobu stage? Like, are you kidding me, dude? I mean, I can make a video of it just to shit on it, right? And just, but oh man, that's just a waste of my viewers' time, dude. It sucks. Yeah, we'll be playing Arc Knights later today, no doubt. I got the new event, they got the IS3, which I barely touched, right? We barely touched IS3. I haven't seen all the mid bosses and stages and stuff yet, and we only did the one ending, so I'll be happy to play that. We'll probably play the event some today, though. I'll probably do the roguelike a little bit, though. Make a video trying to lose the stage. I might do that actually. If I'm gonna make a video, that would be it. There's not much else you can do there. All right, looks like Charlemagne's not going to work. We don't have a lot of AoE here, though. Probably save Arash then for like the second wave. Man, I am still tired. I can feel it, but I feel so much better. Like one night of good sleep, at least my brain is like functioning. But yeah, I need to get a few more nights of sleep here to catch up. I don't know why they did these challenge quests like this. I guess it was just an excuse to not make very good challenge quests or something, and so they can make it quick. And then they're like, oh, it's new player friendly or something. I don't know. I don't. It's weird. I mean, I suspect some of them will be harder. Well, they'll get kind of puzzly and stuff to like, because you can control what order the story supports are in. So there's decisions to be made on your side. Not as many, but like there is decisions to be made. And so a few of them might be a bit tricky. Like absolutely, that could very well happen. But it doesn't really matter. Even if they're tricky, it's not gonna be very unique in how you approach it. You're not gonna get to use the characters you like. And you're not team building, right? And that's a lot of the fun for me. So yeah, it's just not what I'm looking for. We got the wrong spider summonable. Which one are you wanting? But thank you for the 26 months, by the way. Oh yeah, fuck! I need to show off the new character. Jesus, I like how no one even asked. Like, who asked? Literally, oh yeah, Ort. But normally when there's at least back a year ago or so, people would be like asking me to use the new stuff. But I don't think a single person has actually asked me to use the new character. So, and I forgot. But yeah, we'll do it anyway. And Raw Kane, thank you for the 21 months. I see Ort more as a space crab UFO guy, to be honest, more so than a spider. Like, I know the, like, dead apostles refer to him as a spider, but I never trusted their opinion on anything anyway. Yeah, there's a banner, and it's just some random character that'll be forgotten about in a month. Yeah, their toolkit's forgettable. They're just everything about them is forgettable. They're just another waifu of the week. We'll do this. Waver with that 8% NP gain up. Let's go. All right, the order calls in a few weeks. We still got a ways to go, though. It's still, I guess it's after this event, though. I'm a little interested in that because it is them trying something different, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good or well executed or have any longevity to it. Not exactly the crit spread I was looking for there, but my Star Absorb skill is not ranked very high. Alright, Tristan, let's go. Boy, Tristan is a unit that has aged incredibly well. I think he's still one of the better 4-stars out there. I need to make an update to my 4-star tier list. I won't make a video that accompanies it, because fuck that. But I might just update it and post a picture on, like, community tab on my YouTube. And, yeah, Tristan, spoilers, is probably going to be in the highest tier. Maybe not at the top of it, we'll see. I'll have to do some testing on a few things, but, yeah, I know. I mean, he's got buff removal. He's got debuff clear for the team. He's got team-wide survival for an NP. He's got good damage himself. I mean, the fact that he has buff removal to the enemy and then debuff clear for friendlies, like that, it's just crazy. Right? And he's got a battery, and he's got an upgraded NP and quick up, and just, like, he is nutty. Chat, I like my Ort tier list meme video more than any of my other tier list videos. However, I hate the comment section the most because everyone, like, almost... I think there's one comment on that entire video actually, like, addressing the joke. Right? Almost every comment is about people arguing over, like, my taste and saying it's, like, a taste tier list, which it kind of is, but, like, I put it together in 5 seconds, so it's, like, there's... It's not accurate at all, right? Like, I didn't sit there thinking, do I like this character more than that character? I just vaguely placed them in, like, 30 seconds, right? Like, it's not an accurate tier list. And everyone's talking about that, or, like, getting mad because X isn't as high as they should be, or, you know, it's all the comments are stupid shit like that, right? And I'm just like, bro. And, like, there's one comment about Ort, which is, that was the whole reason I made the video. I did not, like, oh, I'm gonna sneakily, you know, put in my, my like taste tier list. No, I literally was like, oh man, wouldn't it be funny if people are expecting a 5-star tier list video and I like have this dramatic music of like Ort climbing to the top and he's number 1, and that's all I thought about. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have to like have tiers. I can't put, you know, if I put everyone in the same tier that's just not Ort, right, it won't look like he's climbing, right, and it won't look as good. So I have to make like some kind of tier list. So I would just, yeah, I'll kind of vaguely put them in there according to my own preference, but I was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna really do it because I don't have time for that. So I just kind of threw them wherever. Like, it's super inaccurate. And then I was like, oh yeah, and I'll just have a say tier because, you know, what the hell is say? But that was it. Like, the joke is say and Ort. That's it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the video. And everyone's like trying to act like it's about like a preference tier list or whatever, and it's so dumb, dude. Yeah, when I thought of the video, I obviously didn't think about doing the say thing, but as I was making it, I was like, you know what? This makes sense. And it's because when I was like vaguely placing people, just slapping them on the list, when I got to say, I was just like, and then I was like, okay, I'm doing this. Speaking of Arknights, that's where the music is from. Did I really need to do that waiver NP? Kind of a waste of time, I feel like, but... This is taking quite a while. It's because I don't have a Lancer. If I had known the stage was going to be this format, I would have made David a Lancer, I think. Oh, and hey, Mala. I think I missed you earlier. Where's my David animation update? Knee pads. Water gun, I guess. Splatoon. Okay, we're getting pretty far along. I'm sure we can handle these two. This one I'm sure we can handle if I summon something really busted. But if I summon a support for like currency, I think we're gonna have a bad time. I haven't actually done it yet on my other accounts, but I know how these stages, the final stages go. Oh yeah, we gotta see the Golem AU. Are they any of the free quests? I guess we can go fight other golems though. They normally apply it to all of them, like universally. Chat, where's this stage with golems that have enough HP that I could keep them alive to see their NP? And, you know, give them chances to crit and that kind of thing. Oh, advanced quest. Perfect. Chat, you're so smart. I'm never gonna say that again, but, we can't show off the new VTuber nonsense, but, We'll do that separately. Wait, we shouldn't do it on this account. Well, even this piece of garbage account can probably make it work. We just gotta stall. Okay, yeah, no, that's a good stall team. All right, perfect. Memes aside, I really do appreciate my chat because I mean this is my job. And this is actually my favorite thing about it all, right? And this was I've only done this like once or twice ever, but some of my old fans might remember this. A few years ago, I started streaming at 4 a.m. And I did that because I was having like a really hard time sleeping. And I just want, I just like, fuck it, I want to talk to, my chat and hang out a bit. And that was awesome. Fucking 4 a.m. And, some of my regulars were about. And, we just hung out for a while, for like 45 minutes or an hour or whatever, playing some dumb game. And that was awesome, right? That's such a, like, I'm so lucky to be able to do that. Most people can't do that, right? Most people can't, boot up their stream late at night and have some people to talk to like that. And yeah, that was a good moment. I've tried not to take that for granted. All right. Let's see if this... Is there anybody that has, like, crit chance up for the enemy? Because that's actually what we need. Because Berserkers have really bad crit chances, generally speaking. So getting them to crit can be really difficult. We want to attack as little as possible, so we don't want the extra attack. We don't want quick cards if we can help it either. Although Mash Card's good because she doesn't counterclass. I mean, it's not about doing damage because you can't really hurt him anyway. It's about activating the little guys. Although I guess activating the little guys doesn't matter too much. Well, his NP bar is pretty far off. So that looks exactly the same. That is the same particle effect as far as I can tell. Is it not applying to this guy? But obviously we haven't seen the crit or the NP yet. Oh fuck, that's a rainbow chain. No! They didn't give this golem the AU. Okay, let's see if the ones he summons, maybe those get it. Shiro Blue, thank you for the 38 months. Why not Shiro Green though? I'm just saying. Yep, that is the same. The thing is, his animation is actually slightly different than a regular golem. Like, he kind of claws you instead of just pounding you there. I wonder if that's why the update doesn't apply to him, because he's like, even though he's clearly like a copy paste version of them, like in the code he probably is slightly different, and that might be why it's like this. But let's see if the minions get it. Very difficult to not rainbow chain here. Yeah. Are you kidding me? He doesn't attack? Okay, he gets his NP though, so we can at least see that. Oh, what a catastrophe, chat. Chat, why are they making it so hard to not rainbow chain? Why they gotta do this to me? They're really making it hard to see this golem update. That's exactly the same. Chat, is it only the new one? Like with the new paint job? Now, I don't know. I don't know with the Camelot Knights. I don't know if like day one, if they applied the updates to all the past Camelot Knights. Because I didn't check until a while after. So it could be that. Fuck, if that's the case though, we're gonna have to jump on a different account and do the main story, because I don't think there's any other stages with them. Are they in maybe the final? Does anyone know? Are they in any of the free quests? Like maybe the final one? We could also try to find some other golem, because maybe there's just something about the advanced quest that's fucking it up. There's a new doll NP as well. Okay, let's see if this stuff is applying to the old stuff or not. Agartha, that's right, that's got him. But I'm in the event though. Does anyone know if the event has like the new golem with like the new paint job? Because it may be that they're the only ones that have it. This account can't do Agartha. Hold on, let me get on my main. I'll get on my ult, because my ult hasn't done the main story. So we can definitely see them there. I presume, though, this will end up applying to all of them retroactively eventually. Because the other ones did, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it with them as well. And then we gotta find dolls. Are the dolls... I didn't really pay attention. Are the dolls in the same stage with the golems? Because if they are, we can just stall and get it there. I normally like... the crit animations more than the NP animations, to be honest, though, but it really just depends on the unit. That's true, Richard does have golems. Golems, rock boys, whatever you want to call it. But we'll do the Cherry Blossom one because they've got a decent amount of HP. They're also pink, I do believe. Wait, this isn't the ult account. I was supposed to go on the... Hold on. Right, we can just do the main story again. There we go. Ult account. I got it this time. Yeah. If VC Braun is responsible for this. Alright, while this loads, I'm gonna be right back. I need to get water. Yeah, why is the most exciting thing... Oh, damn it. Why is the most exciting thing the last, like, 3 updates Crash Mob animation updates? Like, you gotta be kidding me with this shit. Alright, I'll be right back. That whole time, it wasn't patching. Chat, what are you doing? Man, I tell ya, that emote really, really took off. I've seen it in a bunch of big streamers' streams and stuff. Like, everybody adds it now. It's, like, everywhere. And I remember we just, like, checked the few Star Rail emotes that were out there on 7TV. And I'm like, oh, this one's funny. And now it's just everywhere. People like the spin. Oh, did they add it as a universal emote now? Because before it wasn't. You had to add it. Doesn't surprise me, though, if they did add it as a universal because it's so popular. It's a sensible thing to do. Alright, stall team. Although I need to have, like, I'll use the switch mystic code so I can switch in someone to go fast in case this stage doesn't have the trash mobs in it. The day emote's pretty great. Add this. That one's eh. We can do better for it. I'm waiting for a good one. I want like a nom one and an arrive and leave one. That's like so good for him. We will have an Ort emote someday. I might even just have to commission them. Just gotta find the right thing. Alright, that is definitely not the team we want to bring. Pope Joan was a pretty cool character that they added, but there hasn't been a lot that I've liked since then. I don't know if the golems are in this stage. Unless they're a really weird class for some reason. I guess I can choose to do damage with him or not. And he's not counterclassing, so should be alright. I want health stat, but that does flat damage. That makes crits. God, where's a health stat CE? Where's like a cope scope or something? Jesus. Split stat. That's health, but that doesn't count. Holy shit, there's gotta be something with health stat in here. There we go. May not be as stally as I would want. Lower normal card damage. Okay, well, there's the dolls who are punching themselves. All right. Well, we're gonna kill one, but only one, and that's fine because there's 6. Somebody crit. Yep, that's new. That's not even what the skill looked like, for God's sakes. Yeah, that skill animation's different. The attack is just modified, that's how the nice time to crash game. Most of the mob animation updates are like that, though, where they just modify the attack and add particle effects to it, which is fine for the most part. But the skill animation's new. So, you know, chat, I think why they're doing mob animation updates is so they don't have to make new mobs. They're doing it because I figure updating an old mob is way easier than making a brand new one, and that's probably why they're doing it. But I am glad that they're updating them. I just wish they actually updated them more, and then they updated regular characters again. Yep, same game engine as Arknights. Although to be fair, Arknights has some under the hood problems too. It's way better than FGO. It doesn't crash as much, runs smoother and all that kind of stuff. But it still is a bit janky sometimes. And all right, we can put it in speed mode for this one. Although one of them might crit, but we'll have other turns. Yeah, it's just mostly just a particle effect update and then the skill animation, but curious to see the NP. Yep, that's the same again, just with an extra particle effect on it. Does look nicer though with the particle effect. Try to only kill one here. They never had. Actually, no, that is different. It's hard to tell. That is. It's because it's in fast mode. It's hard to tell. That is different. If I remember correctly, their crit was just kind of a slap that did multi-hit. That's actually he's spinning the arm. He's making like a whirl, you know, wheel type look. It's just super hard to see it because we're in fast mode. But actually, I do think it's a little bit different. I could have just taunted and had her do invulnerability, but whatever. And then Proto-Coup with day one animations. Love it. Wow, it's the same idea, but that's different. Because before he used to just drill straight down. Now he's like arms are flopping around. I think he's smacking you with them on the way down. Wow, that's crazy though. Like, they don't update the characters, but they've done that. All right, let's see if they crit. We got crit down, unfortunately. But yeah, that is new animations, or it's mostly modified animations, but it is tangibly different. His arms get all floppy. He's a Mia crazy on the way down. Please crit. Very statistically unlikely. Don't think there's any way to spare this guy. Yeah, slightly like new movement and then the particles. All right, let's see the golems. Gonna be harder. It's almost impossible to see their NP animation. I need to bring. There's like a few servants that can charge the enemy's NP. I need to bring lower level characters. Okay, I can rush the first wave and then go into lower level characters. I might as well reset because there's just no way we're gonna see it. Yeah, summer tam and stuff. But we'll just go with low level characters. So they were, I think they were casters. Just bring night classes so you're neutral. That'll be good enough. Like whatever low level night class I got. Trying to see if someone's got like a survival skill on their first skill. Yeah, whatever. Sabers it is. He's a being counter class, so and he's level 5, that'll work. And then in case someone dies, bring one more. Interesting use of her, but it works. And then we want mostly defense-oriented craft essences here. Perfect. I mean, if there's ever a time I've got another one of that limit broken, but I'm too lazy to find it. It would be funny though to use Beast, Nero, and Summer Tam, and maybe like someone's cooldown reduction, and then Atlas, and then do it again, and supercharged enemies in P. That smack though. Hey, Frenzy Chaos, 45 months. That is a thick one. Thank you, dude. Also, nice emote. What a nice NP animation, though. Such a shame the long mode doesn't give you the full chant, though. All right. I don't know why I just did a Brave Chain. To get a nice look at his animations, though, which are not bad. Very flamey. Oh shit, son. He's a falcon punching us over here. Hopefully they add these to the old golems. It looks like they haven't done that yet, but that may have just been the advanced quest. We'll check for realsies in a bit. That's cooler though than I thought. Come on, do the crit. Chat, does this need to be a video? Just like a quick showcase of these two models? Because if you edit it, you can make it real snappy. Probably. Like, why not? And you name it like Golem Animation Update, you make the thumbnail and everything. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll do that right after the stream. I'll have to keep this stage then. Have to not actually beat it. The hard part is getting them to crit. You can save scum though when you do it for a video, and that gives you more shots at it. Yeah, put the caster ball clip again. Just keep on doing it until they fix it. I wish they had changed the arm movement a bit though. They could have made the punch look a little bit better. Guys, how have you not crit? Like, one time. You're not even berserkers. Berserkers have really shitty crit chance. Like, goddamn. Come on, guys. Still no crits. It's NP time at least. Someone's going to die. Okay. No, not too different. Oh, buff removal. It's mostly just particle effects. It's nice particle effects, but they didn't do too much. And an impact thing as well. Not as much work put into this one as the doll one. The doll one has like some actual changes beyond the particle effects, but the particle effects look better on these guys, so for sure. It's really hard to not rainbow chain again. Come on, just give me a crit. Chat, is there anything that like lowers your crit resistance or gives them crit chance? Because my god, that would be helpful. There, oh, damn. They added some rock effects at the bottom there. All right, well, we know what the video is gonna be. So, see what I'm saying? The crit looked better than the NP. That happens a lot in my experience. Now, like the Saber, the generic Saber class card, he's got a really good crit and a good NP. His NP might win that one, I'm not sure. I seriously, the generic Saber's got nice animations. His normal attack is very satisfying. The nice double slash looks nice and clean. Good sound effect, it's just nice. It's what you want out of a Saber, you know, use sword, smack, smack, right? It's real nice. And then the crit's really cool, and then you get this giant, you know, laser beam NP, right? Which is, of course, that's what a Saber has, so. Yeah, those guys are pretty sweet. Okay, let's show off the new character now. We'll do that on the Bizet account again. And we could check some golems that aren't in an advanced quest and see if they're updated, but we'll, oh no, we can do both. We can do both. We'll do the Cherry Blossom stage. Fuck, the Bizet account, though, can't fucking do that stage. Damn it. Okay, we'll do a farming stage because we can fight some enemies that potentially have enough health to live here. Assuming anyone slotted her, it wouldn't shock me if she's really unpopular. What's my filter set to? Why am I seeing so few people here? Oh, it's dude, this is so bad for the game. I know what's happening. The reason there's so few is because the other people don't have other servants slotted because they're bots. All they have is MASH. They don't have anything in the assassin slot. God, dude, this game is so dying. This is so messed up. There is one non-bot. There's literally one player that's not a bot. Okay, we need someone from chat. And anybody from chat got the new character? Oh god, I need to make another experience video and make this the intro. Like, someone trying, going through the support list, it's like, where are all the characters? And then you switch tabs and it's just all fucking bots. Oh my god, 'cause look at this, there's only 2. And then, oh, look at all these. Okay, well, no one in chat has her, and we can't find her anywhere, and because it normally wouldn't take very long by just refreshing, but again, because of this bot thing, I barely have any players to pick from. So, I don't think we can show off the new character. Because, yeah, I don't think a single person here has her. And I'm not rolling her for her. Fuck that. Absolutely not. We could check the Discord or something, but yikes. Wow. This actually sucks. I want to at least see her animations because I want to know how much effort they put into them. Yeah, I know the new character is like a who moment, but I would have thought one person had her. Got some Neros there because she's somewhat popular. Well, guess that's that. I'll try a few more times, but doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to here. The bot thing's been pretty recent, like maybe a month or two ago. The thing is, there's always been bots. It's just there's more now and there's less players because it's like the more players there are, the more diluted the bots are gonna be. But I think there's less players than ever. I wonder if that's the do we just get lucky on that? Well, they got it slotted, but not in the one I think we can use. 'Cause, yeah, there's Carmilla and all that. Yeah, I was wondering if that's actually plushie or not. Because it looks like it because Veach, Carmilla, Tama. But that's funny that they're the first one we actually found actually has the character. Yeah, I guess the Start Dash campaign would get more people to make bots. It's him. Well, shoutouts to Plushie. Alright. Hopefully these mobs are tough enough to let us see the animations properly. Keep it in speed mode until we get rid of our taunts. The cats, though. Alright, we'll do slow-mo here. It should only be one turn. Oh god, that's her hair! That looks like a spider web. That's pretty weird. Her hair is like connected to the poles or whatever. Kinda creepy. Alright, do Buster first, and then Buster, mid combo next. Kinda too many particle effects on some of these. Kinda hard to see what the hell is even happening. She seems like a particle spam servant, which they do that sometimes when they, like, don't really make good animations for them. Like, the character's not very animated, right? And they don't have, like, the body parts from a lot of different perspectives and stuff. So they're very, stiff. That's kind of cool. That was a lot though for just an art animation. Yeah, I can already tell they're being really lazy with this. She is barely moving. Like, I think they've drawn her torso from 2 angles and that's it. Her head once, and then like her each leg like once. I don't think they've reanimated them at all. I think like her foot she has from the side a bit when she's kicking, but that's it. Like, it looks really, really low effort on the like sprite work that they've done. All right, well she's AoE. Yeah, it's pretty much all paper mache here.
見ないでおいてくれますか？もちろん、はいはい。
Yeah, it is pretty standard that the animations are really lazy like this. Every once in a while they do more though. It sucks because it used to not be like this. They used to like draw the character from many different perspectives, but now they draw them from like one, maybe two perspectives for a few key body parts, and that's it. And then they do a fucking, you know, anime cut in. At least that was a sprite. They didn't make it a 3D render. I'll give them that. Like at the end there, I would have expected that to be a 3D render. So are spider girls popular? Because I don't know about that. I don't think people like spiders much, generally speaking. Honestly, when their ascensions are different animations, that normally makes them even more lazy with them. Yeah, I'm not predicting this character selling well, to be honest, but you never know. That laugh. This is a team-wide invulnerability right here for one hit, but only 3 turns, not super long-lasting, so you don't have like that taunt synergy you can do with David. Still good though. And it's got the battery, of course. Can't have a new character without a battery. Wait, did I ever do quick card first? I think so. Yeah, we did with the taunts. Oh, is she a permanent unit? That would definitely explain the lackluster toolkit. Wow, her particle effects there are pretty low resolution. They should really fix that. That's an easy to fix as well. Yeah, her skills are kind of whatever. They're not terrible, but they're not amazing either. That is kind of funny right there, though, because she's standing on her spider legs. They might as well use both of the regular feet to kick you in the face. I mean, the NP's okay, right? Like, it's not my cup of tea. I don't really hype spiders, but, you know, it's all right. You know, they actually made some sprite work instead of a 3D render. I like that. But yeah, pretty lazy with the animations. It's just particle effect spam everywhere. But hey, the webs look kind of cool. Seen better, seen worse. But it is just disappointing that they don't put a lot of effort into animations anymore. It's been a while since they have. Which is why they don't do you know, animation updates anymore, because they can barely do new animations. So all right, let's do one more thing before farming hell. I want to check if any of the old golems have the animation update. Get on my main account for this. Well, money, you know, being stingy is definitely part of it, but I think the real root of the issue, which is tied to money, but it's a little different, it's just their employee problem. They had a lot of people quit when they switched over to Lizangle, and even before that with Sakura Wars failing and all that. And they've just had a lot of trouble replacing them, and that's just a fact. You can, if you follow their website and stuff and their job postings, they have blatantly had a really hard time attracting talent, let alone good talent. Right, and I think that is the real root of the problem. Now, the reason that they're having a problem attracting talent is because they're not paying enough. So it's still connected to money, obviously, but yeah, it's a work man hours, workflow, you know, kind of issue. They can't keep up with it. Yeah, they need experienced artists and stuff, and they don't have them. All right. Now, if I wanted to get real meta about this, I would bring the craft essence that boosts the drop rate of what drops here. And maybe I'll do that just for shits and giggles. But it doesn't matter that much, and we mostly just need to... Well, we've already seen the crit animation and stuff. We mainly just want to confirm if they have it or the attacks or not. Yeah, I'll bring a farming setup then, and just like wait a turn to go pop off. I don't even know how many of those golem things we got. I think it's this one. You can actually limit break a few of these now, I think. I haven't really been keeping up with advanced quests. They're kind of resident sleeper. If that's the wrong one, then I'm a monkey's uncle, but whatever. Do I need to level any of these? I mean, not really. Most of these are super useless. But there's always Harry Potter. Make the heal stronger. Yeah, all of you've managed to hire recently as college kids. Yeah, if someone's got her in a different ascension, I'll check it out, but it's hard to find anyone with her slotted. Like, if Plushie's here, hook me up, but I don't think he happens to be here, so... That was just a crazy coincidence that we found him like that. Alright, we'll just, wait a second here. Don't one-shot me, brah. Oh. I don't even remember what I was recording. There was some, I think it was Mordred's NP sound effect for the Camelot video, because when I was blasting Lancer Artoria in the last part of that, I didn't want Lancer Artoria saying her voice line for when she got hit by an NP, because I was editing in the scream and it would just sound weird if there was like 2 voice lines going off at the same time. I'm pretty sure I just recorded Mordred's sound effects to play there so I didn't have to deal with the talking. They don't have it. Now, they may implement it. That's weird. I'd be surprised if they didn't implement it though. That's very wasteful. And the other mob animation updates they did implement, so you know at this point I might as well not NP. That kind of sucks though. But I'm not. This may be standard. I didn't check. By the time I checked regular Camelot nights, the event was either over or almost over. So there might be just some weird reason it hasn't been implemented fully yet, and it might even be a mistake. We could check the dolls and see if theirs has been implemented fully. I'll check him just because who knows. I got an extra turn on my buffs anyway. Try not to kill him though. Without a buster card, it should be fine. Woo! Nope, no animation update for him. That sucks. I love golems too, so I really hope they implement this like fully. I don't know why I cast all that. Only got one, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, anybody with stage 1 or 2 of the new assassin? See what those animations are like. I'm guessing less spidery. Because I don't think they're gonna force everyone to have like a super spider monster girl like that. Would explain why the animations are different. Oh wait, I guess I can be on this account. Don't need to be on my main. And we can find some dolls. Anyone still actually playing FGO? I'm sure people are still playing NA. I mean, I bet you most of my viewers right now are NA viewers. And it's probably part of the problem with not no one having her. Still, it's gotten worse over the last like year and a half, where it's starting to be getting really hard to find people that give any shits. All right, assassins normally are the dolls. Okay, game, come on. I'm sure some of these stages have them in it, like mixed in. There's got to be at least one stage where you fight like them only. Good enough. Random skeleton in there. I just started a JP ult. Well, have fun at least. I mean, the main story is still fun. I mean, the beginning's not, but when you do get to the good boss fights, there is plenty of fun to be had there. See, she was fairly recent, and she's also AoE quick assassin. Much cooler though, especially with the mask. Nice. With the cool hat. All right, looking for spiders. Only 2 players aren't bots for the non-friends. Fucking 2 fucking... I mean, Jesus. Look at this. Look at this. Well, I guess it didn't give me that many players in the first place. It's just those 2 and then all these, but still. It makes it really difficult, because I remember this is a fairly recent thing, because I was farming on the co-op account not that long ago, you know, a few months ago, and it made a rule that we have to beat the farming stage 1 time within the rule set, right? We must beat the farming stage using, you know, the friend support and the level restrictions, all the stuff. But once we've cleared it, you can then summon like a, you know, a random that's not even on your friends list to clear it much faster. And I remember it was actually fun, like farming, and then the servant I was summoning to carry me was changing all the time, so it mixed the team up a little bit. Anyway, I just enjoyed that. But anyway, when I was doing that, it was very easy to, you know, I hardly saw any bots. I'm not even sure, maybe I saw like 1 the entire time doing it. But I didn't have this thing where I'd refresh and only see like 2 people. That wasn't happening. But again, that was a few months ago. That was like, you know, 3-4 months ago. And now it's like anytime you refresh, it's barely any. I mean, this is 2 players. It's, again, 2 players. It's crazy. But yeah, that guy said the Start Dash campaign is probably what kicked it off. And I think it's a mixture though of that and the bots that were already there, and then a lot of people aren't playing anymore. No question, a lot of people are quitting. That's why they're squeezing. I really hate when games do this. When they start losing players, instead of trying to like make the game better and get those players back, or bring in new players that, you know, enjoy like the early game, because the early game sucks, you have to improve it. Instead of doing any of that stuff, they start milking the remaining veterans harder. They start trying to get every bit, and that's where you're gonna see like them add PvP or something stupid like that. You know, they add more. That's the coin system, right? Reason to go past MP5. Right? That's trying to squeeze your whales harder. Wow, I didn't get a single player that was not a bot. Not one. Yep, every single one of them is a bot. I didn't get a single regular player. Yeah, managed decline. I hate that business model. It's such a... Because they're not even trying, right? They don't do the things that could make the game better in the long run. They don't... Because there are some things you could do in FGO to make it a much better game and be a lot more attractive. And they just don't. But it is what it is. And chat, this breaks my heart to say this. Like, I hate this because I built my channel off FGO, and I like Fate. I liked Fate before FGO existed, and I still do like Fate. You know, I'm so looking forward to Fate Strange Fake, man. I'm super excited for that. But I'm on the hunt for a new like main game. You know, I'm not gonna rush it. You know, I only want to do it for a game I truly have passion for, and I feel like I can make content for it. Like, I like Arknights, but I don't really feel like I can make content for it. and like have it be even remotely sustainable. But like, yeah, I'm kind of on like the prowl because FGO, I don't think it's gonna get better. I think it's gonna keep getting worse. We're gonna get less and less content, and there's gonna be less and less interest in the game. And there's so little interest in the game already. It's already like so fucking tiny now. I hope I'm wrong though. I hope they turn it around. Like I'm you know, I want FGO to be successful. I want it to be good. I want to make content for it. I love editing videos for FGO and stuff. AC6 is not, there's no way. It's not that kind of game. You know, it'll be active for a while, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to make like long-term content for Armored Core. You know, I might make a, you know, a one-off or 1 or 2 videos for it just because I like it, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to build a channel around that. More people speak up now. I see a lot of people complaining. The problem is when people start complaining like that, it doesn't make the devs do anything. Like when you looked at like Blizzard, and Blizzard started going to shit and everything, people spoke up, but they just did manage decline instead because it's easy. That's the thing. It's easy and it's short-term quarterly gains. Why are the executives going to like green light you spending a lot of money and hiring a bunch of new staff to like overhaul things, add lots of, you know, new content, make the early game experience better, and when they could just do like basically no work at all and get more money now, right? And then when the game's not profitable anymore, they just move on to the next thing. You know, you basically drain everything out of it until it's like a husk, and then you just move on to the next victim. I mean game, then move on to the next game. Yep, I'm losing interest, and I hate that. That's how I feel too. You know, I'm still interested in Fate. So the thing is, like, events like this, I'm not interested in at all. I'm not. It's stupid. It's some random character I don't care about. They put no effort into it. The boss fights are lackluster, and that's being kind. They're like very low effort. There's just nothing here. There's no animation updates. There's no soul. There's nothing. It's just so garbage. But when there's new main story, I still care about that. Right? Like I really enjoyed Lost Belt 7. Like I'm not gonna act like I didn't. That's being silly. And so when Lost Belt 8 or whatever drops, I'm gonna be interested in that. But yeah, the filler stuff's really bad. It just sucks because filler can actually be awesome if they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta buy time until the next main story drop. If they would do stuff like, you know, a boss rush road or a proper roguelike or, you know, things like that, like have fun, right? Do spicy things, do something like the Edmund Tower challenge event, and use like old assets, right? Like the boss fights can be character models that are already in the game, but you make some fun mechanical fights and stuff, right? Like play with it. You know, if you're gonna have filler, just have fun and, you know, do stuff. But they're just coasting, right? Like so hard. Like I've seen games go into filler mode and like do a lot of really awesome shit with it. And then FGO is just like, yeah, we're barely gonna do anything. We're gonna have dead months. Yeah, Lost Belt 7 had a bit too much filler for my taste, but I still enjoyed it. And there were multiple boss fights that were fun, and Ort was fantastic. Like, they honestly, I think Ort could have been a bit harder gameplay-wise, but in terms of story, music, presentation, like the vibe and everything of the stage, they nailed it, right? Like, it was exactly what I wanted Ort to be for all these years, because I've known about Ort, you know, for like 15 years or whatever the hell. And they did a really good job living up to that. So that was not a disappointment, and it was really was nice to just see Ort in something, right? Like, and him not be like lame. So chat, we have refreshed so many times, and the reason this is so hard is because we're barely getting any players, right? We just can't get we get like 2 shots, sometimes 0 shots at actually getting the assassin. So, and no one of my friends list has her, which that kind of wild. But like, I can't expect free-to-plays to spend their hard-saved SQ. Like, like me, I'm not gonna use this. I've been saving up for a while. I ain't using this on her. No way. And like, whales don't want to spend money on her right now, so I don't blame nobody. Let me check my friend invites. What do you mean? What am I looking for? What do you think I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for that character they added to the game 3 years ago, guys. Like the one new character, maybe. Nope. I mean, they could be on their like 3rd support list, potentially, but well, I would like to show off for stage 1 and stage 2, but I see myself But yeah, it looks like we can't. Anyway, let's check the dolls real quick. I am curious if they got the animation update, like the event ones. Because if they did and the golems didn't, I suspect it's a bug or something random that's fucked it up. But if they both didn't, it's either they're going to add it later, or for some reason these ones are going to be event specific. I don't think they're going to make it event specific though, because the other animation updates for the mobs didn't work that way, and then it's just a waste of dev time, right? Like, why not update them permanently to look better? Hey guys, look, it's dolls. Well, the bad news is, you know what? I'm not going to buff because then my buffs would wear off. Not that this stage is hard enough for me to care, but... they'll probably have a user at some point, but there's only one stage right now. And it's Illya and... what's her name? Miyu, that's the one? The only, like, kiddo from that show that's not completely, awful. Alright. That looks like the old, yeah, that's the old. So you can see what I'm saying there, like, they don't really do, like, the cartwheel thing. Yeah, it's weird that they got, like, actually adjusted animations, not just particle effects. That is pretty strange. Yeah, they don't have it either. So it's either bugged, or they're planning on implementing it later, and maybe the other animation updates were like that and I didn't notice, or for some reason it's going to be event specific, which I really hope that's not the case. Don't ask me because I don't watch Prism Illya, but I don't think Kid Gil is main cast. Like, I think he's a side character, but I don't know. Talking out of my ass here. Well, there was a lot less I like how this is a Nero Fest style event and we're already out of things to do because the challenge quest is easier than any challenge quest I can think of. The first modern challenge quest was Hijikata. And when you broke his break bars, he helped you. The gimmicks like that would kick in were helped you. And it's because they were scared of like break bars being too hard back then. But even that was harder than this. Like, this challenge quest is just a joke. The only thing you can do is try to lose. Okay, chat. I know that was an absurdly short stream, but there's just nothing to do. Although we could see if the Bazette account can do the final stage. I haven't even seen the final stage yet, but maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I am going to take a break, and then I'm going to go record the Golem animation update, and probably the doll one too, because why not? And I'm gonna make that a silly video, because what else am I gonna do? And then we will come back with Arc Knights. And was there any Bloodborne? I'm guessing no. So I'm guessing the Bloodborne air quotes leaks were a lie, because I figure if Bloodborne was announced, my chat would have thrown that all over me. But I am assuming that that's just not a thing. Yep. RIP Bloodborne. Oh, that sucks. Anyways, I will be back in a bit for some Arc Knights because they have like loads of content to do. But I will see you all then. But thank you for hanging out. If you're just here for FGO, I will probably do a bit more tomorrow. There's very little to do in this event, though. This is another just phoned-in piece of garbage event that sucks. This is what it is. But we will raid Cairo, who I don't even know if he's streaming right now, but we're raiding him anyway. And then I will see you guys a bit later. At least my Arc Knights crew, I will see you later. Peace out.